Hello everyone, this is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona, and I love to provide videos that show you what I have been working on in my craft room. And last week I had a full slate of in-person classes where we used Stampin' Up's Reindeer Fun Bundle. And so today I wanted to show you that bundle, make a couple of the cards we created last week, and then show you some additional examples. So let me just pop you down to the workspace and we'll get started. I'll show you what we've been working on, what I have been creating with. You can find in Stampin' Up's, got some glue here, mini catalog, the September through December 2024 mini catalog. And on pages 26 and 27, you'll find the Reindeer Days Suite Collection. Primarily, we working with the Reindeer Fun stamp set and the coordinating dies and the designer series paper, the Reindeer Days 12 by 12 designer series paper. Most of the suite is available except for these elusive peppermints. They should be back in stock around December 23rd. So we do have the Reindeer Fun sentiment with Reindeer Fun stamp set with some sentiments, some cute little deer. You can die cut these deer with the coordinating dies. There's a tree. In addition, we have a wreath, some holly, a bow, kind of like a greenery cutout, some Christmas lights, and then the cutest little deer head that can be used in so many different ways. All three pieces cut a portion of the deer, and I'll be showing you that shortly. You can get all three of these on your die cut machine at the same time, so it will save some time when die cutting, so that doesn't take you any extra time at all. The other piece is the Reindeer Days 12 by 12 designer series paper. I have some 6 by 6 designs to show you, and you'll see some of these being used in my card samples today. Just kind of run through those quickly. Again, some of the deer images can be trimmed from the designer series paper, and I will show you which ones those are as well. So the very first card we're going to create is this one here. You can see that cute deer head. We also have the festive 12 by 12 glimmer paper, and using the sentiment All is Merry from the Hang and Ornament stamp set. So we have a piece of real red cardstock measuring 8.5 by 5.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. And I usually give that a really good burnish so it lays flat for us. I have a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 basic white that has been embossed with the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. A piece of that designer series paper measuring 5 1/4 by 1 3/4. If you lose track of the measurements, please be sure to check my blog. I have those listed there for you. And I am always here to answer any questions you have about these and other stamping projects. Basic whites, circle 2 3/8 inch circle punch, and a stylish shape circle with real red. Here are the deer pieces: early espresso, basic beige, and pecan pie. I'm just going to use a little bit of glue. Put some glue. Hopefully it won't splurt out big time on me, but just some glue on some little pieces of his head. So I'm putting the basic beige on to the early espresso. And then I'm going to add the glue to the back of the pecan pie, and you'll see how this little builder just makes the most super cute face, and it doesn't take much time at all. I was a little intimidated at first by all the pieces, but once I started playing with it, it was super fun. And then I do have the wreath and the festive glimmer with the bow as well. Let's go ahead and stamp our circle first, real red, with the All is Merry from the Hang an Ornament. Here's my real red stamp set, ink pad. All right, get my words right. I'm just going to stamp that here at the bottom of that circle. Set that aside for now, and then we'll attach the designer series paper piece to our embossed piece. Again, that was the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder, and the little presents. The deer head would have been really cute too. What I like to do is use the grid on either the grid paper or the glass mat. If I go about 2 squares over, I can match that up at the top and the bottom, so I can be sure to get that on straight. And I know that I cut these a little long, so I'm just going to trim that off. All right, and then I have some of the coordinating red and white baker's twine. There's about 26 inches. It's probably too much, but I always need a lot. So I just start by draping my thread, baker's twine, over the top, and I come around, and then I come around and tie a nice bow, and then I'll be able to trim that off. So I'm just creating the base piece right here. So you can see all of the elements of the suite that I used and some extra things. You could create cards just with the items in the suite because it's that inclusive and easy to use. So before I get too crazy, let's just trim that and that and put that aside. And then you can mess with your bow. And then, of course, I have glue on my fingers, so that doesn't help. But I do want that to be a little bigger. All right, so then let's add the white to our real red. Grab some dimensionals to pop that up on the front of the card. Actually, let's step back real quick and put this base on first, and then start building it from there. All right. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're thinking about getting some Christmas cards created to send to your friends and family. It's always, I know how I love getting handmade cards in the mail. Well, any card, anything other than a bill, and junk mail. So I'm going to put some dimensionals here on the back of this circle and get it popped up, and then I will build from there. All right. So we have All is Merry. Then the next little trick is to put the deer in that wreath. So I'm putting the glue dot on the back of the wreath, and then going to put his head in, and then that just attaches to the back like so. And you could do this flat, or you could add dimensionals as well, whichever you prefer. It's your card, kind of whatever you're feeling that day. Some days I pop it up, some days I don't. Just never know. Isn't that cute? Super cute. And then we just have one last, not one last little piece, but there's our red bow. We'll put that on with our little ribbon with a glue dot. And then, of course, I have to have some gems. And I know that these are not available right now. They are the peppermints. But they should be back in stock soon. They've been so popular because they're just so really cute. And they really add to all of our holiday themed projects. So you can, I missed it. You can see how that just adds just a little bit of extra touch to that. I do have a piece of basic white measuring 5 1/4 by 4 that I can add to the inside so I can write a message. You could also decorate it with designer series paper, add another sentiment of your choice stamped. You could use a tree image and or the presents, decorate that inside and your envelope any way you like. All right, so there's our first card, and I love that I have all these cards that I can share because I'm going to get them in the mail too. All right, the second card is this sweet one here with soft sea foam. All right, so let me show you the pieces to that. We'll set that one up here too so you can kind of see what we're working on. I have, again, my cardstock base, soft sea foam, 8 1/2 by 4 1/4, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. Scored and folded at 4 1/4. Bring in my bone folder and give it a burnish, a nice crease. The other pieces, another soft sea foam piece. Now this one measures 3 3/4 by 5, and I die cut that with that image. A little fun tip, I put the cardstock down, then I put a little piece of wax paper, and then I added this die and die cut it, and it takes a lot of those little pieces out. So that's a nice little tip. And then I have a piece of the designer series paper. You could use either side. I think they're both fun. That designer series paper measures 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. What I'm going to do is put a glue dot on the front of the side I want to use. So I'm just placing placing that here. So we'll have a little 1/4 of an inch all the way around. And then that will be affixed to the card front. Again, you could pop this up or you could lay it flat. And I'm choosing to lay it flat right now. Oh, and I did this. I forgot the one important thing. I should have stamped first. But I have May All Your Days Be Full of Cheer with Cherry Cobbler. And let's see how good I can stamp with that. Yep, usually I stamp first and then put all of it together later. All right, a collective. I'm just going to give it a minute to sink into the paper. And there we go. Woohoo! All is not lost. All right. And then I have this super cute deer and baby that I die cut from the designer series paper. And I'm just going to use glue dots to pop that on. You could pop it up with dimensionals as well. So that's super cute. Then, of course, I have to have a little bit of ribbon. Let's add some white baker's twine. I'll just tie a bow. trying to get those big loops to be a little bit smaller. All right, and I'm going to use a glue dot to attach that to the front of the card. And you can choose not to use that. I just think it adds just a little bit of something right there. And then, of course, I need to do a little bit of trimming. And, of course, I have gems. I was really surprised to find out that Stampin' Up! Offers three different varieties of garden green gems. That's one of the coordinating colors in this suite. So I have the earth tone shimmer gems, and we'll just add 3 of those to the card front. And I also have my 5 1/4 by 4 white to put in the inside so you can write a message. Now that is light enough where you probably wouldn't need one, but it just also gives it a more finished look. Okie doke. All right, so these 2 that I just created show you the 2 of the cards we made in class. Just really loving this bundle. But I have some other samples to show you as well. So the 3rd card we made was inspired by my friend Kim Allen. It uses Pool Party as the base, and I just stamped the snowflakes that come with that stamp set all the way around in Pool Party. Used a piece of the Designer Series paper, a stitched circle with the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder, Granny Apple Green tag with garden green ink. And this is one of those cute, super cute deer die cut from the Designer Series paper. How easy is that? So it prevents you from having to do a lot of coloring. This next one is more of a fun fold. It is the Z Fold Fun Fold, and it's a gift card holder. This focuses primarily on the Designer Series paper, the Reindeer Days, with the Merry Christmas. And another of the Z Fold. You see that cute deer? I just realized he could use a little red bow, couldn't he? So another Z Fold. I do have a video showing how to make that too. If you're wanting the link, let me know. Also, I love the festive 12 by 12 glimmer paper offered by Stampin' Up. So I have a real red base, the Take a Bow Designer Series paper, the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder, and then these wreaths die cut with that festive glimmer, the sentiment from Reindeer Fun, heat embossed on that one. So for every wreath, there's a circle, a leftover circle, and I just had to find a way to use that. So I made this fun card with the embedded embossing technique with the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. And one of the techniques that Sarah Douglas, the CEO of Stampin' Up, showed was to heat emboss on your glimmer paper. I think it turned out so gorgeous. So happy with that. Some more elements. This actually uses the Memories and More card pack, some heat embossing, and that Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder with those peppermints. All right, so those are the cards. Let's move on to the treat packets. I made this that houses 3 little Hershey chocolate bars. That's that Reindeer Days Designer Series paper, the Glimmer Holly, and the linen thread. Super easy and fun. My friend Colleen inspired me with that. For my class, I made one of these for each of the participants. Hot cocoa, a candy cane, and then a little chocolate. So it uses a belly band with the Reindeer Days. Here's the deer. I do like to color, but sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I want the shortcut. So I stamped the deer with early espresso ink onto basic beige cardstock, and then added that red, just that red belt or harness that's a part of the stamp set. So it still looks super cute. I want to show you how that started. These are little paper bags that I found at a local outlet, and I just basically folded it up, added a belly band. I think it was a whole sheet of 12 by 12 that measures 2 inches, and then just wrapped it around, and it meets in the front, and then you can decorate that any way you like. And I did create one more, and that's again with that holly and that matching designer series paper. Stampin' Up! Does offer in its clearance rack some bags similar to this, but they are in the 2025 in colors, so you could start there and look for those. But just really fun, easy ways to make some treat packets, and you could fill this with actually anything you wanted. It even fits a card, so you could use it for a card and a gift card. Just super fun and very, 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 very adorable with that Reindeer Fun Bundle. Let me quick just review the cards, and then I will let you go, and so you can head to your craft room. So I'll just lay them down as I kind of give you a peek of all the, and there's just so much more, so many more possibilities of what you can create with this wonderful bundle and suite of products from Stampin' Up! The Reindeer Fun with the Reindeer Days 12 by 12 designer series paper. Thank you everyone for watching. Like I said, if you have any questions or if you want to check out the measurements, find me at kimplayswithpaper.com. I'd be happy to help with any questions you have. I'd love for you to subscribe, and if you need the products to create this card at home, there is a product list down below. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and until next time, happy stamping.